Dear brothers and sisters, I am Aштар, commander of the Galactic Light Forces, and I greet you in this extraordinary moment when your planet is undergoing a profound metamorphosis. Many of you are acutely aware that the pace of transformation has accelerated, that the flow of time itself feels different, and that there is a heightened urgency in all that you think, say, and do. This is not an accident. We of the Aштар Command have observed your progress for ages, ensuring that as the Earth realm surges toward higher frequencies, you receive the necessary support to align with the quickening energies. Although some of the changes may feel turbulent, I invite you to understand that these shifts are part of a meticulously orchestrated cosmic plan, one that positions you to step more fully into your divine essence and co-create the new Earth. Your personal journey right now is more intimately woven with the global tapestry than ever before. As each of you confronts your own illusions, limitations, and long-held beliefs, humanity as a whole also faces the collapse of outdated systems that once governed society through fear and division. As the new frequencies pour into the planetary grid, the old structures begin to dissolve. This accelerated timeline invites you to become conscious collaborators in your evolution, rather than passive observers. Indeed, every choice you make, whether it is a loving word or a self-limiting thought, carries amplified influence, shaping not just your own life, but the collective destiny. Your most potent tool in this phase is the divine knowledge that you are not separate from Source. For too long, human societies have perpetuated the notion that you need an external savior, a figure of supreme authority, or a rigid system to connect you to the divine. In reality, that sacred light permeates your very cells, your breath, your heartbeat. You are embodiments of creator energy, and no illusions, no matter how intricate, can truly sever that link. This is why many of you have sensed an inner prompting to spend more time in stillness, to recognize that the voice of spirit resonates in the core of your being. The more you release the notion that you must look outward to find truth, the more swiftly you will align with the quickened energy enveloping your planet. In practical terms, this might involve setting aside a few minutes each day to close your eyes, breathe gently, and honor the spark of divinity within your heart. In these moments of conscious communion, illusions begin to crumble, replaced by an unshakable realization that you are love in form. Love, as many of you have heard, is the master key to Earth's ascension. This is not a cliché, but a fundamental cosmic principle. In your world, love has been curtailed, dismissed, or packaged in ways that deny its actual potency. Truly, love is an unstoppable force that transcends any boundary or limitation. It is the glue holding galaxies together, the lifeblood that carries every spark of consciousness forward. Even so, you have been taught to see love as weakness or a naive emotion, suitable only for specific relationships or situations. We in the higher realms see it differently. From our vantage point, every expression of genuine love is an act of cosmic creativity. Each time you silently radiate empathy to someone in pain, you subtly alter the frequency around you. Yes, we keep sharing this, and it is because so many are in need of your light. At this time, my beloved friends, these micro shifts accumulate, tipping the scales toward collective transformation. Right now, as the timelines accelerate, your loving gestures ripple with even greater intensity through the energy grids of Earth. You may feel the physical repercussions of this energetic quickening as your bodies integrate higher vibrations. Ascension symptoms can manifest in diverse ways, such as fatigue that arises without obvious reason, restless sleep, emotional swings, or sensations of being ungrounded. You might also find your intuitive faculties sharpening with heightened synchronicities, prescient dreams, or telepathic insights. These experiences might disconcert you if you continue to view them through the old lens of pathology, but I encourage you to understand them as evidence of your evolution. By listening attentively to your body's messages, you develop a deeper trust in your innate wisdom. You may feel called to hydrate more frequently, shift your eating patterns to include more nutrient-rich foods, or minimize your exposure to negative media that weighs down your frequency. Simple acts like walking barefoot on the earth, placing your hands on the ground with intention, or even visualizing roots extending from your body into Gaia's core can help stabilize your energy field during these accelerating times. Another cornerstone of this quickening era is the rise of unity consciousness. For centuries, human societies have upheld narratives of separation, labeling certain nations, ethnicities, or belief systems as other and therefore less deserving. This has led to conflict, fear, and the continuous game of us versus them that has anchored humanity in lower vibrations. But as the ascension timeline speeds up, the illusion of separation grows increasingly untenable. At a soul level, you are aware that each being is an expression of Source, no matter how misguided their actions may appear on the surface. Recognizing the inherent divinity in every person, particularly those who differ from you, is the hallmark of spiritual maturity in these times. This does not mean passively condoning harmful behavior, but rather choosing to see beyond fear-based actions and perceiving the core of divinity that remains intact, even if overshadowed by trauma or ignorance. Many of you are also finding that as you deepen your unity consciousness, your relationships undergo major transformation. It might feel like some people in your sphere resist your new frequency or criticize the changes you embrace. This can be disheartening, especially when they are dear ones who cannot yet see beyond the veil of old paradigms. Here, I encourage you to practice what can be termed compassionate detachment. This approach allows you to maintain a loving stance without being consumed by others' resistance. You can acknowledge that each soul has its own pace of awakening, and that no one truly lags behind in a cosmic sense. The path to self-realization is always open, and each individual's journey to that realization unfolds in perfect timing, guided by their higher self. By releasing the need to control outcomes and trusting that each being has their own blueprint for ascension, you liberate yourself to remain centered in love, even when confronted with negativity or misunderstanding. As the illusions of the old world dissolve, you may also observe the unraveling of large-scale societal systems that once appeared unassailable. Governments, economic structures, religious institutions, and technology conglomerates are under increasing pressure to adapt to the intensifying vibrations. Some attempt to hold on to power by propagating fear-based narratives, emphasizing threats, divisions, and catastrophes. While you cannot easily halt this fear-mongering from external sources, you can absolutely decide whether or not to internalize it. By choosing to maintain a high frequency through acts of kindness, daily connection to the divine, and deliberate mindfulness about what energies you consume, you effectively shield yourself from these lower vibrations. Moreover, this personal alignment contributes to a collective shift that makes such fear-based tactics less effective. Many of you have asked how you can actively shape the new Earth as it emerges with growing clarity. The short answer is this: by embracing love as your guiding principle in every thought, word, and deed. Although this may appear overly simple, it is precisely the simplicity that gives it power. Instead of being swept up in the drama that the old matrix perpetuates, you can choose to see each moment as an opportunity to anchor a higher frequency. For instance, when faced with conflict, consider how you might respond from the heart rather than lashing out or withdrawing in fear. When confronted with media that promotes division, you can counterbalance it by consciously sending waves of compassion into the collective field. The timeline is quickening, and so is the effect of your intentions. What once took lifetimes to manifest can now materialize with astounding speed, provided you approach your actions and visualizations with unwavering focus. In this swift-paced ascension, the line between the spiritual and material realms will blur more than ever. You will discover that your inner reality, shaped by the choices and vibrations you hold, manifests directly in your outer environment. Serendipitous meetings, unexpected opportunities, or sudden resolutions to long-standing issues will become the new normal for those who embrace the higher flows. Meanwhile, attempts to cling to old paradigms or to manipulate outcomes through fear will feel increasingly discordant, producing frustration or stagnation. Thus, even your challenges become invitations to refine your alignment with the quicker currents of transformation. I remind you that you are not passive spectators in this cosmic dance. Every surge in planetary frequency is amplified by your participation. The Aштар command, along with countless benevolent civilizations, continues to monitor Earth's energy grid, preventing large-scale interference from factions that wish to halt this evolution. You, however, play an equally critical role by choosing love over separation, compassion over judgment, and courage over fear. In this synergy between human intention and galactic assistance, we move ever closer to a reality governed by unity, harmony, and respect for all life forms. Yes, the quickening is real, and it can be intense, but remember, you incarnated now for a reason. Your souls chose to be present for this moment of converging timelines, to hold and embody the frequencies that will build a luminous future. Allow yourselves to embrace that luminous future through every breath, every choice, every moment you hold love in your heart. As illusions crumble around you, remain steady in your knowledge that you are divine expressions, forging a path into higher consciousness by the simple yet powerful act of remembering who you truly are. Practice trust in the face of uncertainty, compassion when you encounter resistance, and patience as you witness transformations that might feel slow from the standpoint of the human mind, but are remarkably swift on a cosmic scale. Your ascension is not a single event or destination. It is an ongoing revelation of your infinite nature, fueled by your willingness to release all that is not love. The Aштар Command, along with other fleets dedicated to supporting your spiritual growth, stands beside you in unwavering solidarity. We work tirelessly to ensure that disruptions to Earth's ascension remain contained, but your free will remains pivotal to the success of this grand shift. Remember that each time you align with the heart, you accelerate the quickening, creating